So, hey guys, welcome back to Daggone It Vlog number 3. Wow, I did not actually see that coming at all. Things kind of went the way I thought it would, but then it went differently. So, the trial starts, and automatically everyone's jumping on Naegi, but then Kirigiri actually points out some major clues that says, like, hey, it's not him. It's a lot of things. And then they started giving a little backstory about things going on. First off, they found out about the knife that's inside of Mizuno. Apparently, well, I'm going a little ahead of myself. Pretty much they figure out that the knife that they got, Mizuno actually got. She actually was the one who brought the knife from the kitchen. It was a kitchen knife. And so she actually went to the kitchen the night before and actually grabbed the knife. So you can tell just from me telling you that apparently she was going to fuck somebody up. And a whole bunch of other stuff happened. Ooh, I got to get my mind together so I can really explain what's going on here. They go through the trial, investigations, and, Kirigiri automatically comes down Naegi's defense, but also, like, pushes him to start figuring things out for himself. So, for some reason, she's having this kind of, like, mentor thing with Naegi, which came out of nowhere for me. But explained that she got the knife from there. She actually wrote a note for somebody to come visit her in the room. And she actually switched the nameplates on there. Like, everyone has a nameplate for their room. And even after she switched rooms with Naegi, she went out, grabbed the nameplates, and switched them around to where his room was hers and her room was his. Yeah. And she invited Leon, who, of course, I knew was the killer because it was automatically written in English. Which never got answered why she signed it in English, because she's Japanese, but go figure. She actually invites him to come there, and she was actually going to kill him. Like, she actually had the nuts, the balls, though, whatever, no, not balls. Excuse me, that's got a little sexist right there. She actually had the courage to try to take out a person. And, of course, a sports athlete versus an idol girl, you kind of know who's going to win that fight. So she pretty much gets hit, taken down. She runs to the bathroom, and the guy starts breaking down the door to get to him. And that's how they figure out, too, that it was Naegi, because Naegi knows that that door, is actually ill-fitted. So he knows how to open it up and not have to worry about it. But they find out that, the person who did it had to break it up. So, once again, that whole ill-fitted door comes in handy for figuring out who it is. So they go through all that, and they start figuring out some more stuff. And they finally get to the dying message. Oh, wait. I forgot to add something on that. I keep forgetting to add these things. They are really pushing the game in this anime. First off, when the trial starts, everyone's still, and it just starts rotating in 3D space. So you see when everyone starts getting flat. That's kind of weird. But then, as soon as the trial starts or the game starts, like, you get ammo bullets. It's like 1, 2, 3. And I guess in the game, you use those to actually, interrupt somebody or so when they see a clue. I'm not sure exactly how to say this. I guess how with the Ace Attorney, you only have so many times to, like, interrupt the judge before you get evicted or the case has been thrown because you're an improper lawyer. So, yeah, every time someone says something that's a little bit off, Naegi says, wait, that's wrong. And actually says, no, that's wrong. All of a sudden, like a giant, that's wrong, just shoots that person in the face. But it's not the person's face, but, like, the thing shatters. So it's like, okay, he's shattering the ill truths, which is kind of interesting, and now it kind of makes me want to play the game. I'll check that later. So from there, it's kind of cool. Like, and they go through the nameplate change, the getting of the knife, and also they show that she used Naegi's name pad to write a note, because the Kirigiri, the mystery girl, who we know is the mystery girl, actually, I'm not sure what it's called. Imprint, like she saw the imprint that was on the notepad and started drawing it in, and saw that it said that she wanted somebody to come see there, and brought Leon there, and he killed her. But then we found out some more bullshit from Mizuno. Apparently Mizuno was gonna fucking frame Naegi. I'm sorry for cursing, because what she was gonna do, she shoot the nameplates over so she can kill the dude and come to his room. But as soon as the murder was done with, she was gonna switch it back and have it said, "Oh, Naegi killed her," so she can get out. She was gonna frame her best friend to get out. And once again, what is her inspiration to do this? Because of freaking group being disbanded. No, I want some more information. That can't be the only reason why she did that. But she can't do it just because her group's gonna get disbanded, because that's a bunch of bull crap. That really is. So they keep going in there, and like it's real funny how to see all these people talking together. And oh my god, what's the guy's name? The hall monitor dude. Ishimaru, I think is his name. Like he is such a straight laced dude. Like as soon as the court started, he goes, "Okay, everyone, close your eyes. Now, whoever did it, raise your hands." It's like, come on, dude. He's really just straight laced, like, "Hey, I want to get this stuff done." He seems like an innocent character. He just loves following the rules and being that person. But it's just so cute that it just doesn't work out. And so they actually, while they're explaining all how the crime's going out, they kind of have like a CSI thing going on to where it's like a flashback and shows all the actions happening. But it looks like it's actually a video game, so you've got stills moving around doing all the actions and like a motion comic, which I really do love motion comics. And it goes through the entire thing. They know that the person has to break down the door, and they have to break down the door by actually using a tool set to actually open the thing and then stab her. So I was like, wow, okay, that happened. And of course we know it's Leon, who's the baseballer, and we bring up the part of like a crystal ball being destroyed and thrown into the thing, bloody shirt. Now, the question I had though is that I don't remember seeing these guys ever bring in a suitcase with them. So if he threw away his bloody shirt, why is he already wearing a bloody shirt? Although it's not pink bloody, it's not pink bloody, it's red bloody. But I don't know, I guess it's a design choice. I don't really know. So yeah, he actually destroyed the dude's crystal ball, which never got answered. How the hell he got his hands on it in the first place? A lot of things don't get answered, but they brought about that Leon is the killer. And it's funny, when they bring it up that it's him, he freaks the fuck out. And I mean freaks out bad. I mean, he keeps saying retarded, and I'm going to try my best to say this right, but in Japanese it's called ahoa, which kind of sounds in English like aho, but he keeps saying aho over and over again. So he's saying aho, ho, 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 and it's like, obviously you have been caught in a corner and you're freaking out. If you were gonna lie, you need a better poker face than that. But he just kept saying over and over again, trying to disprove everything. And like I said, they answered why her thing was 180. Like, going back to Mizuno, her dimensions being Leon's name. They answered why it was like upside down and backwards. Because her back was against the wall. I mean, so she had to go N, E, and that made no sense. Once again, why would a Japanese person who writes in Japanese too, because when they show the imprint of the note, it actually is an imprint in Japanese. Why would she write the person's name in English? Once again, I'm not sure if there's a Japanese translation for Leon, but apparently there is or there isn't. I don't know, but she wrote it in English, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. And so, like, Nike's just going at him like, dude, you're wrong. This can't be right. You are the killer. You are the killer. He just keeps going, aho, 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 aho. It's like, this is getting kind of funny. And he's just fully freaking out, and eventually they tell him, like, dude, there's no other way. Here's the final clue that we have. The door that was destroyed. Apparently, everyone has a tool set in their rooms. I guess everyone has a tool for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. And they said, if you aren't the killers, let us see your tool set. Because if it isn't new, that means it was used. And if it was used, that means you used it. Let's see your tool set. And automatically in my head, it's like, tool set. I'm dirty-minded. And as soon as they said that, couldn't say anything else. He just broke down. And Kuma says, okay, everybody, let's vote. Who's the killer? And they bring up a slot machine. And it just shows Leon Kawada. They show his face and he's the killer. And they bring up a good point, though. No, Leon brought up a good point. He's like, hey, I killed her out of self-defense. This woman tried to kill me. Why am I being blamed? Because like I said, in our justice system, we have the right to self-defense. She attacked him with a knife. She planned on killing him. So did he not have the right to defend himself? But apparently not in this world. In this world, you kill somebody, you get to be punished. And so they actually did the punishment. And once again, it's another shift of animation. Like, you know, at first they did the whole 2.5D with a 3D aspects and 2D aspects. Same thing over there. It kind of looked like a graphic, not a graphic novel, a motion comic, another motion comic. Like, it goes back to the whole, everyone's like 2D flat, but then it's really ultra textured, and there's a couple of 3D objects and 3D surfaces in the background. And so they get a chain around his neck and drag him to a post, like, drags him through a long hallway. And it's still in graphic, motion graphic type of thing, like graphic novel, not graphic novel, motion comic. A motion comic style, and pins him to a stake like this, like face pretty much hidden like this and tied up. And Kuma says, I have a very special death for someone like, for a Kuwata. Let's go. Oh, excuse me. Let's go. It's called A Million Fungos. Pretty much, excuse me. Pretty much, he sets up a Gatling gun baseball shooter. Like, you know those baseball shooters they have at ballparks? So where he just shoots the ball out? Well, this thing is like Gatling gun modified to shoot like, there are too many at one time. And it just starts unloading on him, like full on, it was kind of graphic. And all the kids are forced to sit there behind the cage and watch this. And Kuma is just sitting there laughing his ass off. So creepy. And after that, they actually show a silhouette of him. They don't show any proper thing like what happened to his body. All it shows is like one arm is still up, the other one's like down, like he's dead, straight up fucking dead. And Kuma is just laughing. It's like, this is what you're supposed to do. I'm so happy for you people. And everyone's thinking like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be part of this anymore. I don't want to. I said, okay, if you guys don't want to do this anymore, it's simple. Just be ready to stay here for the rest of your lives. If you want to live and not kill anybody, you have to live here forever. If you want to get out, kill somebody. And I thought the episode ends it there. But they had a little extra at the end with Kirigiri actually going to Naegi's room to talk to him again. And she says, I know you feel betrayed that Mizuno was going to frame you for murder. But she actually hesitated pretty much. She was going to frame you for murder, and it's really bad if she was going to do that. But she actually cared for you anyway. Because when she was about to die, of course, because she was about to die because she messed up, she wrote down Leon's name to tell who the killer was so he wouldn't get in trouble. Which I think is complete bullshit. If I was going to die and I knew who the murderer was and I had a chance to write down his name, it would be because I don't want that dude to get away with murdering me. Forget that. She also says that the reason why she got killed because, like, if she's going to lure somebody into a room to kill them, she would have been the innocent face, and then as soon as she had a chance to stab him, he would have never saw it coming. But apparently she hesitated with a knife, which gave Leon a chance to defend himself. He defended himself. She ran into the bathroom. She tried to get him, and he tried to get her, took the thing apart, stabbed her, threw away the evidence, didn't throw it away all the way. And that's episode 2. Pretty much like saying, hey, she tried to frame you, but she did so, and she said, well, she still loves you, she's still your friend. And Kirigiri tells her, like, hey, don't let this go. You gotta let it go, or else you're gonna get fucked up. Like, we need to get through this all together, and you need to do this. Once again, putting that whole mentor-student thing going on there. But Nagi says, no, I'm gonna do another pact. I'm gonna harbor the death of my friend Mizuno, and harbor the death of my friend Leon. And I'm going to take this through, and I'm going to go through all this, and I'm going to survive. And it's like, he's pretty much stating that everyone else is going to die but him. Not sure if he knew that's what he said, but he pretty much said, like, I'm going to get through this and be free. And it's like, okay, that means you're going to kill everybody there. Well, he's not going to kill them personally, but they're all going to die except for him. And I wanted Kirigiri saw that because she kind of laughed about it. I don't know, but I got to say that for a third episode, really good. Like I said, I know Leon was it because I can read English, and apparently they can too, even though they can write it. But just the way they did it and explaining everything, because like I like mysteries, and them explaining exactly how they did it was interesting. Because I would have never thought about the tool set. I thought they just simply broke the damn thing down. I think they actually took it apart and said, "Oh, here's irrefutable proof. You have a tool set. If it hasn't been used, then you're innocent. If it has been used, you're the killer." I was like, wow, I would never saw that coming at all. So, episode 3 is done. Episode 4 is going to be next. And we're going to see who dies next. Honestly speaking, that's exactly what the game's all about. That's all it's about. Who dies next? I think I like this series so far. 3 episodes in, and it's getting really interesting. And I'm gonna say this again, and I'm really weirded out by it. But Chihiro Fujisaki, she sounds really weird. Like, the voice actress or whatever, the voice actress sounds off. Like, every time she speaks, like, everyone, all the other females, I gotta tell you a joke later on. Every time Fujisaki speaks, it just sounds off. I don't understand it. It just, only person's voice who doesn't fit their character. It's kind of weird. But the joke I was talking about, the swim girl, well, her name was, I can't really read that. The swim girl was talking about how she was in the kitchen with Sakura and having tea so they'd be safe, and that's how they saw that Mizuno got the knife. And everyone says, like, wait, who's Sakura? And Sakura Ogami, the big, huge, ripped chick. This is a chick! Huge, ripped person with a skirt and breast is a girl. Her first name is Sakura Ogami. They blinked when she said, I'm Sakura. And it's like, oh, okay, moving on. I guess it was a joke for us to say, like, yeah, that's a chick. That is a girl. That is, in fact, a girl. And, honestly speaking, except for the big, giant, hulking build and the voice, well, I guess, yeah, Fujisaki and Sakura's voice do not match with their bodies. Because Sakura has, like, that old man fighter voice, like, person who's been through a lot of wars and shit, is like, that's a man. And she looks like a man, except with breasts and a skirt. And Fujisaki just sounds off. So, I don't know. I can't wait to see who dies next. I actually want to see what happens next. Hopefully the mystery won't be as easy. Because this one was extremely easy, just like all the different information that came with it. But the definitive proof would have been just Leon's name there. Like, what other proof would you need besides Leon's name? Because there would be no other reason for her to write Leon's name unless he killed her. So anyway, that's been Daggone It Vlog number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I will be back for Daggone It number 4. See you later.